comes a time in every girl's life when she's really got to ask herself, sometimes to ask herself, is she steady? To be not steady? I mean, do you want to be honest? Like, honest, you know, one is honest. Well, first question, let's say, well, first of all, let's see if one day Johnny asks maybe he's steady for a
3 important rules for breaking up.
They want to know how we met.
So let's talk about the party.
Well, how'd you get to Montebello?
Montebello, my mom moved over here from Huntington Park, and she moved my brothers and I to Caraway, which is in the south side of Montebello, off of Washington. And then we moved there, and then we practically moved everywhere on the south side, and then we moved to Roosevelt, or formerly known as Roosevelt. I lived in Lowhart, and I lived on the north side too, on the good side.
What hospital were you born in?
I was born in Martin Luther King Jr. Hospital in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
Yeah. How about you?
I came from East LA, but I was born in the Beverly Hospital in Montebello. And I lived with my mom and my grandma for the first, I don't know, probably 5 years of my life, maybe 4 years of my life. And then my mom and dad got together, and then they wanted to move out of the ghetto. It was in the late 80s, I believe, and or the mid 80s, and we moved in Montebello. So that's how we end up being in Montebello. I felt like it was okay. It was a step up from East LA. At least that's what I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't that ghetto for us either. Like coming from Huntington Park and all the gangs there, coming over here at Southside, it wasn't too bad. Not bad.
Yep.
Not that bad.
So that's how I end up being in Montebello,
Yeah, me too.
which was pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's talk about the summer of '94, right?
Yep. Now we're going to summer of '94, which was, I was 14.
Yeah, I was 16.
We were like 16.
Yeah.
And I had just got out of 8th grade. For those who are familiar of Montebello, I went to La Merced. That's the intermediate school I went to.
So did I. I went to La Merced from 6 to 8, and then I went to Montebello High School.
You were 16. Where were you in 5th grade?
Miles Avenue. Huntington Park.
Yeah. So that's where I graduated, and the summer going into my freshman year is when I met Pedro.
Yeah.
I met Pedro at a party, and for those who are listening to this, it's a very familiar party. It was a party with all kinds of people from the high school. Majority of the people were from high school, so I didn't know a lot of people there. I only knew the person, well, I knew a few people, but mainly the person that threw the party. I don't know if you want to say her name.
Nah, we just
Call her a mutual friend.
Yeah, the mutual friend.
Until she gives us permission to use her name.
Yeah, we probably won't do a lot of name dropping.
So I guess that day, I guess we'll tell them more about that day before we actually went to the party.
All right.
What were you doing?
That day, I was at the park, like always, practically living at the park.
What park?
Reggie Rodriguez. I was playing basketball, football, and all that stuff. My other friends, but anyhow.
We'll call that person Trey Dog.
But no, not that person. But, I met our mutual friend because the person worked at the park, so she was a rec person. So someone who would like give out the games or like the balls to play with or whatnot. So the whole summer she was like, the person was talking about, oh man, I'm gonna have this party. This party's gonna be cool. I'm gonna have a band. You can go, right? You can go. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And they're like, oh man, we're gonna find you a girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, whatever. That'll happen. I'm like, whatever, right? So I'm at my house, and then she calls me, right? She calls me, and I'm building a model car, right? It's like a blue truck. It was a I'm building it. She calls me. She's like, "Hey, get ready because I'm gonna pick you up in about 30 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." You know, I'm trying to like ghost her before it was ghosting. So I'm like, "Yeah,
Like
whatever."
avoiding her.
Yeah, like super avoiding her. And then, because I didn't want to go in the first place, I didn't want to go. Anyhow, I hear someone honking, "Brr, brr, brr," and I look out the window.
Are you gonna bleep it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm like, "Dang." So I'm like, "Man, it was her." Right? And then I'm like, she comes knocking. I'm like, she's like, "Hey, you ready?" I'm like, "All right, let me get ready." So I get ready, and then we go to the house, and that's
how you end up at her house.
that's how I ended up at her house.
So you didn't want to go.
No, I wasn't.
Why?
I was having fun by myself. I was home alone, and I was building my car, and I had the TV on, probably watching sports, what I always do, and doing nothing.
So you were having your me time.
I was having my me too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember that day. I mean, I remember my cousin. We'll probably have to ask him. We could use his name too. But background for me and Joseph is we're cousins. I think we're second cousins. I think technically, but he was more like my brother, and we hung out a lot. And he wanted to go to this party, and he bugged the heck out of my parents. Well, my mom. He begged my mom for me to go. I didn't really care to go. I think I had asked my mom, "Can I go?" once or twice, and she was like, "No, stay home, whatever. You're 14, whatever." And I was just like, didn't even want to argue. I didn't want to bother, so I just was like, whatever about it. But my cousin Joseph, he bugged my mom. He bugged that day, and he was like, "I'll take care of her. Don't worry about it. And no guy's gonna talk to her, and don't worry about all this stuff." And I was like, "Dude, you relax." And then so I don't know how exactly why she finally made the decision to let me go, but I think it took maybe a whole day for my cousin to convince her to let me go, because she was set in stone. She was like, "No, you ain't going. I don't care if you cry," which I didn't cry because I didn't care. I don't care if Joseph cries, and he probably did cry, who knows. But he bugged, and she finally gave in. I don't know why. Maybe it had to do with you have to be back at this time or something like that. But she was just like, she just let me go. She finally gave in, probably, and I'm not even like kidding with you. Like, she probably decided to let me go probably an hour before the party started. Like, legit. Like, she was for sure like not gonna let me go, and she ended up letting me go. I'll talk a little bit more about, before we talk about the main event of the party, like how we met. But we'll talk about like the drama a little bit, like what was going on at that party, because it was supposed to be a big party, right? It was supposed to be like the party of like the summer.
Yeah, like the last party of the summer prior to going back to school. So it was supposed to be huge. The band showed up, everybody was there, and then you know,
like, there was beer.
There was a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. Beer, alcohol, weed, and I don't know, probably some other stuff. But I didn't do that other stuff. I just did the other three. But anyhow, so I was like maybe under the influence, maybe wasn't, maybe most likely about 90-10 that I was under the influence of something, beer and weed or just beer or just weed, one of the two. And then so yeah, that was happening. I was pre-gaming it, so I was like bam, pounding it, boom, 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 boom. Was that the party where yeah,
maybe you were high, but yeah, you weren't like drunk.
Yeah. So that was, what other drama was there?
I guess it's just the band. The band was supposed to be there, and actually I knew the band. I'm not gonna say the name of the band. I'm not gonna say who played in the band. But the band was supposed to be there, and they were supposed to be like, I don't even know if they were a cover band or what, but it was like, I think an all-girl band, and they forgot the mic. So that happened that night. They forgot the mic. They brought all their stuff, but They
There was
forgot
no
the
mic.
mic, and no one had a mic, so I don't even think they played that night.
No, they didn't play.
No?
No, it was all hype and no show.
No show.
No show.
So we had to entertain ourselves.
Yes.
No music. So I'm guessing there was probably a radio.
Yeah, we
Well,
all
actually, there was a radio.
yeah we congregated in the front room because she had a big front room, huge front room,
Yeah.
and a record player I think or a big old radio,
It was, I don't know.
and it was dark. Yeah, we're listening to K-Rock.
We were listening to K-Rock. And back then, K-Rock, I don't know, I don't listen to K-Rock now, but back then it played a lot of, just, I guess would be considered like
Grunge.
and alternative.
Yeah, like Nirvana,
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
They played a lot of Nirvana. That's how I met my husband. I met him at a party. We were in the front room.
Wait, no, you
And-
forgot to say how when you first came to the party what I did to you.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I was just walking around, minding my own business, you know, looking cute. And I just remember this guy coming up to me and he was just like bothering me. He just came up to me and he started, back then we had like, I'm sure they have them now. I haven't seen one for a while, but one of those portable, what are they like?
The cameras,
Cameras?
yeah, like a disposable camera.
Where you like,
Yeah.
you have to like
Winding.
wind it and do the flash and all that. So it was him, by the way. He was bothering me. He was relentless. Like he was just like, oh, your eyes, the color of your eyes. And then I would look at him and then he would like click the camera and he would blind me with the flash.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then I was like, who is this guy? It's like, who is this guy? And then he just followed me through almost the whole party. I think he didn't know how to act.
Oh, I didn't. I still don't.
I think
I
that's what it
still
was.
don't. I still don't.
I think he just couldn't. He was just overwhelmed by the beauty. I think that's what it was.
It was those eyes and them thighs.
It's
The
like
eyes and them thighs.
he wouldn't leave me alone though. I was just like, oh my god.
No,
like
but
I think I even told my friend something. I might have told my friend something.
That was
But then after a while, I think he kind of like got the point. I think, from what I know, like you got the point and you just like, I don't think you went away. I think you just stopped a little bit.
yeah, I slowed down a bit.
Yeah, you slowed down.
Yeah.
So
I do have my calm moments.
yeah, I don't know what happened. Why'd you calm? Well, what was your side of the story?
It was the same thing. Well, first of all, I thought the guy that was with you, I thought he was your boyfriend. So I didn't think much after that. I did think you were really pretty, and I did like your eyes, your eye color. Yeah, that was the whole thing with the camera because
Wait, you thought he was my boyfriend,
Yeah.
but you still bothered me? Like?
yeah, I didn't care. Anyhow, so yeah, I was flashing the camera because when you flash, when I flash my own eyes, I would get like these colors, and they would flash throughout the whole night, especially in the evening. It would come out like super bright. Not knowing that was probably damaging my eyes, but anyhow, I wanted to share the experience of the flash with you, and that's why I kept flashing you. But I didn't care if that guy was your boyfriend or not. I didn't care. I took a shot. Yeah, I took a shot.
Well, he wasn't my boyfriend. In fact, I can't even remember exactly who it was. But they weren't. They were just friends. Like we're just friends. In fact, I think Joseph, it was his friends too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first part. And then I remember going in the house and just sitting down on the couch. And I'm not even sure if you were there already or if you came in.
I was already
second. Oh, you were already there. And so what I remember, the couches were kind of faced each other. Like she had a front room, right?
Yeah.
And the front room was kind of like she had couches on the right and couches on the left.
And a little
Right.
baby couch. Like a love seat.
The love seat.
Yeah.
And I was sitting across from her.
Yeah, that way.
Yes. So I I remember seeing Pedro wearing shorts, even though he says he wasn't wearing shorts that night.
I was wearing pants.
But he's not credible, you know.
Mandela.
He was drinking.
Mandela effect.
Yeah. And back then I didn't drink.
Yeah.
We'll get to those videos later. But I remember sitting across from him, and I remember a song or K-Rock said something. Right?
Yeah. One of the DJs said something about something Kurt Cobain, something dead, and then I hear from the distance, because remember it was dark. Remember the front was dark. We were just listening to music, and I hear it from the little voice. What did they say about Nirvana? And I was like, they said that Kurt Cobain is dead.
I should have known there, right there, the first red flag should have been, this guy has no filter, so don't even look at him. Don't even look at him, walk out.
I was like, this is something about Kurt Cobain being dead. And she's like, And I was like, that should have been a red flag for me.
Warning.
Because I was warning. She had a lot of sass. What did they say about Nirvana?
I was in mourning.
And I was like, oh man. So that should have been my warning, like my red flag. Like, too much sass, too much Latina on her, too much Latina, too much chola.
Easy.
Yeah, so too much East LA.
He's selling.
Yeah, so that's we were listening to that, and then
he came out with he came at me with an attitude too.
What?
He said he's dead. He said he's dead.
Well, because I just figured if I heard it, if I heard it, I figured everybody heard it, so I figured you didn't hear it, so I want to make sure that you heard what he said. He's dead.
Oh, I heard it. I felt it. It was in my heart.
Man.
Yeah, so that's basically the first true conversation, other than telling him get the heck out of my way, that we had.
Yeah.
And that's how we met.
But you thought I like
What?
that other person.
I did. I thought he liked somebody else. That's irrelevant to the story, but I did.
Oh.
But that's because of things that I was hearing. But it didn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. But I just, you're gonna have to edit this out or what?
Why?
Because it's no big deal.
No, it's no big deal.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it then.
Yeah. Well, the only reason you thought was because.
Oh, that's why I didn't. Okay, I guess it's relevant. That's why I didn't think of anything. Because I thought he had a crush on somebody else. Well, not like a crush. Just I thought he was eyeing somebody else. I don't know. I was weird back then. You know.
We're all weird.
I was 14.
Yeah.
I don't know at that point I didn't know anything. So I was just so they had a sleepover that night. And
Yeah.
there was a big old sleepover that night. I did not sleep over because I was lucky even to be there. But my cousin Joseph did. He slept over. And I had left probably at 9, probably, I don't know. And
We walked you outside.
so did you?
Yeah, Joseph, you and I walked outside, and then we're like, bye, and I was like, hey, what's her name? I was like, Tianna. I said, Tianna. I said, bye, Tianna. And then he told me that you.
Wait, there? He told you right there and then?
Yeah. Because I didn't talk to him after that. I didn't know him.
So,
He told me that
he's so drama.
you thought I was dope. No,
Okay, back then dope means
cool, hot,
yeah.
handsome. You were just it.
Yeah, that's what dope means. I'm sure everybody knows that.
But
Now,
apparently,
wait. Now let's take baby steps. I didn't say that. Not saying that I didn't think that, but I didn't say that. Like, I didn't tell my cousin anything. I think my cousin was trying to play Cupid. Is that how you say it? Cupid?
maybe.
He was trying to get that Cupid choco type of thing.
Yeah.
And he was like that, I guess. But at the think that's what was it. I went home and I heard nothing else. That was it. I didn't think anything. Nothing happened. I don't even remember. Okay, that was what, in June? Was it after your birthday? Because your birthday's in July.
No, I think wasn't that like in
August?
That was in August. Yeah, that was in August, almost September, because it was right before school.
So right before school, like what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because I guess I'll let him tell you the story when I went home. Isn't there a story? Like, did Joseph tell you something in the sleepover? I thought he did. He was telling me stuff.
Yeah, he told me. I told you. He told me that you thought I was dope.
Well, tell him.
And oh yeah, yeah, that you know, that I was dope and that she kind of liked me, and I was like, really? And I was like, okay, that's cool. But I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't looking for a girlfriend. I wasn't looking to hook up with anybody. I wasn't even thinking about going. You know, one thing that you guys gotta know for me, opposed from what I put out, I'm very shy. I'm introvert when it comes to new people. I tend to be like super quiet and then watch, and then I come out. So that's why I didn't think much of anything, that I wasn't even gonna find a girlfriend, or they were gonna find a girlfriend for me, or anything like that. I don't even know if I wore glasses back then, so I probably looked more handsome.
You didn't.
Yeah, since I was more handsome back then.
You're handsome with your glasses.
Anyway,
Well, I wasn't looking for a boyfriend either. In fact, I was very nervous about going to school, going to high school, because I was going to be a freshman. I was kind of thinking about
Freshman.
that because I didn't know what to expect. That is basically how we met. I guess it's more boring than I thought. I don't know. Do you think it was boring?
Now when you
I guess
live
you just
it,
had to be there.
yeah, you just had to be there. The 90s were like the 90s, you know, like kind of like now, but like way better, way better. But I mean, we can keep going as far as like how I got your number.
I wish I remembered. I wish I remember what I wore that night.
Most likely it was jeans, but I for sure was. And your Converse. With
Everything on me was big because I had. This is for also another session or another episode, but I also was recovering from an eating disorder. So when I met my husband, I was recovering from it. So I wore my clothes were big on me. Like it didn't seem like I could have worn my brother's shirts. I think I wore my brother's shirts. Yeah. So, but I really wish I remember what I wore that night. It was probably jeans with Vans.
And one of your little sweaters that you wore. Remember those?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, nothing like little like later. You like got more comfortable with yourself. No, but yeah, the party was fun. It was up to the even when the band didn't play, like all that was kind of like funny but not funny.
I wish they played though.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, it was just funny, just to make fun of her, you know. Cause like you all this, you hyped it up, and then I said this sucked. But that was the kind of friendship that I had with her. And I kind of feel bad.
I feel bad.
I kind of feel bad. I do, because
So if you're out there listening to this, you know who you are.
I'm sorry.
He's sorry.
I'm sorry. I already told you I was sorry.
And she's gonna watch this. If she doesn't, I'm gonna forward this video to her.
But I already told her I was sorry that day we were going to go eat. Remember?
I know. She's probably cussing you out right now.
Probably.
I already know.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I can hear her.
We see her all the time. We see her like in the art walks and stuff like that. So after that, like I said, I didn't hear anything. I had a best friend at that time. Her name was Darlene. I don't know if you want to add. That name is like everyone's name is Darlene, so you don't have to really beep her out. But and what we didn't know is that was a mutual friend as well.
Yeah.
because he knew her brother.
Right.
So we had many mutual friends, and we never saw each other. It was weird.
Yeah, super weird.
Yeah.
We went to the same school.
We went to the same school, junior high school. We had multiple mutual friends, and a lot of our family is connected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of his family is connected with my family, like when it comes to like jobs and like football.
High school.
High school. Yeah, it's really weird that when we talk about it, like some of his family knew my family. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
Super weird.
It's weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so we're walking. You guys are walking home. You and your friend.
Me and
walking
my
home.
friend Darlene.
Yeah, and then I remember her because, like she said, I knew her brother, and I was like, hey, and she's like, hey, and I was like, what's up? And they're like, what's up? And like, so we're walking home, and then
We have books.
yeah, we have books. So I wonder how holding all you guys' books.
Well, I don't know if I asked you or if you asked me,
Oh,
but most
yeah.
likely, because type of person you are, he probably asked me, do you
Yeah.
want me to hold your books? Because he always does that. He even does that now. If I'm carrying something, he'll be like, let me hold it. I'm like, okay.
I'm a
He
gentleman
never
that
lets
way.
me hold.
I'm a gentleman that way.
He's a gentleman. Can you carry my books? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, I can carry my books. So I gave him my books, and then my friend said, you can carry mine too.
Yeah.
She gave. So we ended up carrying both of our books, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I sure did. And then we walked home. And then I think we got to Music Plus, right?
What's Music Plus, Pedro?
Music Plus used to be a record store.
Where?
And now even worse.
Where?
On the corner of Montebello and Whittier, where the Wells Fargo is now.
Yeah, where the Wildfire is now, there used to be a Music Plus.
Yeah, and you can sit there and listen to albums, and they let you open them, and you can sit there and hear them, and then you can just leave and not buy them. Well, anyhow, so I think I walked you up to that point, and then because you went straight, and then because we lived on the other side of the tracks,
Yeah.
and then Darlene and I walked that way. I didn't walk you home. Oh, that sucks. And then,
I guess not, I don't know.
And then so you walk home, and I sit by, and then your friend and I walk that way. And then she's like, hey, so what do you think about my friend? Like, everybody was trying to hook
Another
you up.
one.
She's like, hey, what do you think about my friend? I was like, oh, man, she's pretty. She's cute. She's like, you want her number? I was like, all right, give me her number. So she gave me her number, and then I walked her, like, I walked up to my house, and then she lived around the block from me, so she walked herself home. And then, so I had her number. I had your number for like 2 weeks.
Really?
Before I even called you, because I was nervous. I didn't know what to say. Like I said, I was shy. I was very shy.
2
But
weeks is a long time.
oh, super long. Super long.
So what made you call me if you waited that long?
You know, I just said, you know what, no, just do it. And I just did it.
You just said
Just do it. And I just, bam, bam, bam. 722-0723.
You remember the number?
Yeah? So,
I'm gonna call it to see who
I know,
answers.
I'm crazy about that. It'll be your mom.
What if I ask?
What if it could be your mom? Montebello Pregnancy Care Center.
That's for another video.
So anyways, so I called, and then I think her mom answered. I think
Yeah,
her mom
my
answered.
mom answered the phone.
And I was like, is Tianna there? Right?
Did you really do that?
Yeah, I
you
think
you
I-
changed your voice?
No.
Oh.
I'm just trying to do
Yeah, my mom did answer because I remember she told me.
Yeah, I'm just saying, 'cause, like, I didn't have a deep voice. So I'm just saying, hey, oh, is Tianna there? No, but I was like, is Tianna there? Kind of like that, no, is Tianna there? And she's like, yeah, hold on. Oh, who's this? I was like, Pedro. I was like, okay, hold on. And then,
Yeah, I guess she gave me the phone, and she said, I don't even know if she told me if, no, she didn't tell me who it was, because I remember answering it and saying hello, and then you said hello, and then for some reason, why? Because the guy called me, so like, that was like, I thought it was my dad,
yeah, you didn't tell
which
me.
is weird,
You
huh?
thought they were pranking you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Or if it was my dad or something. No, I think I thought it was my dad.
Yeah.
But then, like, it didn't make sense because my dad didn't call me either. And then you were just like, it's Pedro. And I was just like, I think I might have said Pedro from the party, or maybe
Yeah, something
you
like
said
that.
Pedro from the party. And
No,
I remember
your friends-
saying,
your friend's friends were like, maybe.
I remember saying, how'd you get my number?
Yeah.
Did you tell me that?
Yeah, I think I told you Darlene or something like that.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Then
And that's how we wound up talking, and then we like talked for like a long time. on the
we
phone.
talked for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, a long time. But I remember talking to you and inviting you to church.
Oh yeah.
Because my mom went to church. She went to church all the time.
Yeah.
And I was involved with the youth, and I wanted to take you to church.
You want to show me off? Sounds handsome.
So I took you to church, and without saying names, without even saying the church, I don't even want to say the church. But it's local. It's a local church.
Local.
I took him and I introduced him to my friends there. There's a little bit of drama that happened, but I think it's because he was older, right? I think it's because you were older. Yes, but because you're older, and they saw you as an older teenager guy.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's stupid.
Yeah, we're dumb. Whatever.
But so yeah, that's our story, and that's how we met
I started talking.
and started talking, and we're super young. That's how we met.
Yeah. That was in '94. 24 years later, we're still together.
24.
Yeah.
No, I think it's 28.
No, it's not 20. We're not. Oh, all together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all together. Yeah.
Maybe like 28. I don't know.
28 for sure.
Maybe not. Maybe longer. Let me see. 94.
No, 94 to 98.
Yeah.
That's 4, and then plus whatever. How long we've been
Oh,
married?
okay. Yeah,
24
28.
plus 4 is 28.
So 28 years.
Dang, that's a long
But
time.
give and take, probably a year. Because we broke up.
She broke up with me.
Rick.
She dumped me twice.
We broke up probably a total of a year, but probably like 6 months here, 6 months there.
Yeah.
But for overall, we were with each other almost the whole time. But so
That's the story of how we met and how I got the courage to finally call you, because 2 weeks later, I thought like, man, for sure she found a boyfriend now, because we were in school, freshmen, whatever, you see a bunch of different guys, there was many. So I was like, man, for sure I probably lost her. And lucky enough, you didn't hook up with anybody, thank God. So
thank God.
yeah, man, because I wouldn't have all this. You wouldn't have all this.
My mansion.
Your mansion.
We would
No,
have
no.
Nathaniel for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's our son. I'm sure everybody knows that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the story. What do you want to talk about next time?
Next time I think I want to dive more into our weird experiences. Because we always have weird experiences. I don't want to get into it now.
Want to give a quick prelude?
I don't want to get, hold on. I don't want to get into it now. But I can tell you this. They're very unexplainable. Very unexplainable. Like, till this day. I know there's a lot of theories out there, but till this day, I can't understand.
So things that we've seen together and things that we've seen apart.
Well, we can talk about things that we've seen apart. And then we can talk about as well things that we've seen together
Okay.
for next time. But yeah, that's our story.
That's our story for
So
now.
if there's anything else you guys want to know, any questions, we'll try to answer them. That's pretty much much your story.
Yep. All right, so see you guys next week or next time.